Prior to now, guys, Forex has been trading me. And I've lost a lot of money. I may not have lost up to what you have lost out there, but I've lost quite some amount. Yes. Until I met Suavely Market. I used to believe and I used to think there is a holy grail to Forex trading, which a lot of professionals do not tell us. But meeting with Suavely Market, I found out there is no holy grail anywhere. The holy grail is you. Because you are the only constant thing in the market. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adewuyi James. I'm a graduate of the PMI Professional Mentorship Initiative of the Suavely Market, a Forex institute. I just finished a 7-week intense course, beginning from the fundamentals of Forex. We delve into the technical aspect of Forex. We moved a step further into the quantitative aspect of Forex, which most people do not even talk about, except the institutional traders. We moved into portfolio management, building up a portfolio, speaking about diversification. Not just that, we moved into economics, understanding the law of demand and supply, how it affects the currencies we're trading. We moved into macroeconomics and microeconomics, these things that affect the policies, that affect the movement of prices. These are the things and much more that we learned in Suavely Market. Thanks to Suavely Market for unveiling this secret to us. I can boldly say anywhere that I'm a trader. I am a trader. Before, Forex traded me, but now, not now. Now, I'm a better person. And I'm encouraging everyone out there, if you have ever lost money before, or if you've ever dreamt of trading Forex at all, or whatever kind of trading, be it commodity trading, you want to trade oil, any form of trading, come to Suavely Market. You will gain value for your time and value for your money. Thank you very much, the Suavely team. Thank you, Mr. David Alagbara. Thank you, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, everyone. I remain James Adewuyi, a proud alumni of Professional Mentorship Institute of Suavely Market. Thank you.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to everyone to episode 7 of Traders Hangout. So my name is Joshua, right? Just tell me where you're watching me from. Where you're watching Suavely Traders Hangouts from? Where you're watching us from? We already have Mr. James in the house tonight. He's going to share a lot. Trust me, this man is loaded, right? He's really loaded. He's loaded. Yeah, we have Amarashi, she's from Port Harcourt. Yeah, we have Faith from Kaduna. That's great. All right, guys. So Traders Hangout, as you know, is a weekly show. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. we come here to hang out for at least minimum 45 minutes or to an hour, where we just bring guests and rub minds on things that can affect our trading, and also get experience from people who have done it before, or people who are in the journey of getting there and how they've improved over time. So this is both for the new guy and also for the experienced guys, for everybody, just to rub mind and understand the business. So we'll go for a short break, and then after the break, we'll bring in our guest tonight, which is Mr. James Adewuyi. So, yeah, get ready for Mr. James tonight, guys. Get ready for Mr. James tonight. right, guys. All right, guys. So we're live. We're live, Mr. James. We're live. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Joshua. It's
Uh,
nice being here today.
yeah. Awesome, sir. Awesome, sir. So we have Mr. Clement is watching us from Lagos. Wow. Today, I think we have guys from the south, north, and the west right now. So let's take over Nigeria, guys. Let's take over Nigeria, please. You guys
Yes,
will come on
sir.
from it. Okay. Right. Welcome, Mr. James to Traders Hangout officially. Yeah, you are here now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, Mr. James, but according to you, you said you are you're an accountant by study, but by practice, you're a music director.
Yes,
So,
yes,
what?
I am.
How does an accountant and a music director, get involved in trading? What came about? What brought about the love for the financial markets for you?
Okay. First of all, when I say I'm an accountant by profession, I meant that's what I studied in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then when I say I'm a musician by practice, I mean that's what I currently do. Now that's my passion. That's what I love doing.
Okay,
You
sir.
understand? Yes. And looking at the way things are, I got to know about forex last like 2016 through a friend. We're together in a particular company, and this friend reached out to me that there's something going on. There's something going on, and I didn't pay attention until December 2016. And when I was explained, it was explained to me what it was all about. Then I got in by March 2017, actually. So it was in March 2017 that I started fully. But prior to that, in 2008, during the whole economic whatever, 2008, I got to know about Forex, first of all. And then I paid, I think, some amount to get something they called a robot. So I wasn't trading myself and I had no idea about it at all.
Wow.
Someone
Okay.
just told me, you can bring in your money, we'll trade for you, we'll do this for you. There's a robot you're going to buy. And I spent, as of 2008, when I knew about it, we got the robot in 2012, and the robot was for a 1 million naira as of 2012.
Are you kidding me? You paid 1 million to get the robot?
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, yes. So the robot was like a 1 million naira. And the I would say the amazing thing is this: even the person that bought the robot did not know that the robot was a fake one that he bought.
Oh my God.
So as at then, having such kind of money and it went down the drain, you can't convince your family you want to go back into such business because I don't know anything about it. I just based my decision on what people told me then.
Yeah.
So since then, I've been trying to um, find a way to get back to it and learn as much as I can. So that was what got my interest when my colleague told me in 2016. You understand? So
Yeah.
I picked interest, and in 2017 March, I started trading. Now, like you could hear in my testimonials, from that 2017, Forex have been trading me until last year when I've lost about close to some amount. Like I will always say, I may not have lost as many people have, but I've lost quite some amount that
Yeah.
is substantial to me.
Yeah. I
So
get.
when I've lost a lot of money, then I began thinking, is there a particular secret? Is there a particular holy grail that is in this forex that I don't know about? Then I stumbled across Swably Market, and that was last year. Then making a lot of findings, I got to know about the PMI. So and finally we're here today. So that's my little journey into the forex market.
Wow. Well, your journey, it's kind of amazing,
Mm.
because not a lot of people will always feel like I've lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. So
Yeah.
what's the need for me again? Why should I continue learning?
Mm.
Yeah. So they probably would have given up, just say, okay, I don't want to trade again. That stuff is calm. You know that I yeah, if you go to YouTube, check everywhere Of course, some people
Yeah,
when you don't know what Warren Buffett made a statement some time back,
sure.
and he said risk is not knowing what you are doing. To date, I hold that to heart. When you don't
Mm,
know anything about something, it's just like you taking a Formula One car and saying you want to go and drive it. How do you cope?
mm, that's
For
right.
me, I can't because I don't know how to drive a Formula One car to maybe
Exactly so.
compete in that. You know, you most likely will crash. God help you, you
Yeah,
don't lose your life. You
exactly.
get. So for someone like you, that really a lot of people who come into this business, nobody comes in to the business this year and starts making money this year. It's very rare for that type of situation to be right. So okay, when you were finally connected to Suavely and you were part of the PMI on your first class, so what was your
Mm.
experience like? How was the feel? What was your perception of us when you came, before you came, and us when you finally, I understand that some people might have paid the money and be like, am I
Yeah,
sure I made the right decision? You still might have that doubt
very
about
true.
what am I going to learn here? What are these guys going to tell me? So what was
Very
your
true.
perception of us before you came and when you finally started these classes?
Okay, now the truth is this. There's an African saying that says I don't let me speak the Nigerian English,
All
and
right.
that's the pidgin English, because it's going to be interesting if I say that proverb in that language.
Yeah.
Where you never go, now be heaven. Person where you never see, now be angel.
Hey.
Yes. So now it means wherever you have not been to, that is heaven. Until you go there and see, it means whatever you know about a thing, about a person, about a place, about an organization is still assumption
Yes.
until you actually participate. Now, to me, I felt what I'm going to gain in Swably Market is what I've been gaining from other institutions, other academy. That's what I felt. You understand? But there was one thing that attracted me to Swably Market, and that the profile of the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Sir
what
David.
attracted me. Yes, Mr. David Alagbada. That's
Yeah.
what attracted me to him, because now he has worked in the financial sector over a decade. So he understands most things, the mistakes most
Exactly.
traders are making. You understand? So when I reached out to him and he told me this is what they do, this is what I would benefit, this is what I would gain. I was still skeptical a little bit, because I spoke to him. I think I was under a tree, just like Elijah was under a tree, want to take his life. I was under a tree in front of the library that day, and I
Oh,
was speaking with him. Yes, because I was almost giving up. Now,
wow. I can understand.
my yeah. So because I don't know what else I'm going to learn. I've learned everything. I've learned about harmonic trading, taking signals from harmonic patterns. I've learned to draw harmonic patterns myself. I've learned there's this very complex Elliott wave. I've learned Elliott
Oh,
waves. I've learned Ichimoku trading. I have learned support and resistances. I've learned moving average trading, moving average calls. Think of any strategy you will know. I have learned them. I've learned what the people out there call institutional trading, the institutional candle, and I've traded on 1 minute. I've traded
oh
on
my
30
God.
seconds. Yes. Now, I've learned a lot of things. I've made a number of pips. I've made like 650 pips, 700 pips, but it's not consistent. I've made money.
Yeah.
Some things that people call sniper entries. I get into the market in 30 seconds. I'm in profit. And we have a rule: if you're not in the if you're not in profit within 1 minute of your entry, get out of the market. But those things are not consistent. So I was looking for consistency. That's
Yeah.
what drove me to Swably. So when I got into Swably, our first class, I still have it here. The first class Hello, can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on. Sorry.
Okay, so um, the first class that we had was the guiding principles of technical analysis. Now, a lot was shared, and my mindset was changed totally. And I understand that the forex market is not about getting rich quick, but it's a long-term business. It's a long-term business. So getting to traveling market, my mindset was changed totally, and it was much more than I paid. It was
Yeah.
much more is much more than the money.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You know, even for us at Suavely, when we get people, we one of the reasons why we created PMI
Hmm.
was that we started seeing a lot of rubbish out there.
Yes.
Seriously, we started seeing a lot of nonsense. When people think about trading, we know what they are thinking.
Exactly.
It's really like they see
Hmm.
some of these guys on Instagram posting Ferrari, posting
Yeah. Yeah.
Lambo.
Yeah.
Those guys rent most of those stuff. They
Hmm.
don't own them.
Yeah.
And for God's sake, some of these brokers, their ads, in fact, if I'm the government, I literally will ban some of those ads because they lie to people.
Hmm.
They lie to people.
Hmm.
Well, one of this was it because I get them a lot since I'm a trader. Um,
Yeah.
and obviously most of you guys out there watching us, you probably would have seen some of these ads
Hmm.
where someone will come out of maybe I don't know whatever car it comes out from and say,
Hmm.
especially those options trade and what's it called, binary
Yeah.
option guys.
Binary
They
options. Yes.
they, they will say, and look at the car I just made trading, blah 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 blah
In
blah blah.
5 months, in 2 months, in three
I'm like,
months.
what? Is this an advert? You are lying to people.
Yeah.
You get so
Yes.
that that type of perception. A lot of people have it, and it makes them easily fall prey to some of this rubbish they are teaching out there.
Hmm.
I heard you say something like, they just want to find that, like the word sniper entry, that only
Exactly.
grail,
Exactly.
that only grail
Yes. Yes.
pattern that they feel can help them maybe turn
Hmm.
$100 to $1 million in 1 month. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But reality is quite different. You already know that now, right?
Yes, sir.
Reality is quite different in this business. So yeah, I enjoy the fact that you were able to, your mindset coming into the business, as in coming into Suavely was different, and now you came to PMI and you saw that uh, things in this business is quite different from what's really out there, really, and that's the core reason why we had to focus on building something that's legit,
Wow.
something that people can really uh, associate with, and we don't. Fun enough,
Yes.
I know some people might say some of the stuff we teach are quite advanced.
Very,
Obviously,
very
some of them
advanced.
might be advanced, but
Yeah.
we try to make it as simple to follow as possible.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, because if you want to win long term, you have to learn to do what other people are not willing to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's just the thing. Okay, so Mr. James,
Yes, please.
right now you've graduated PMI, you know.
Yeah.
I see all the stuff you share with our community, and thank you very much for that.
Ah,
Yeah, so those
my pleasure,
videos and
sir.
all that.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so you're out of the community. I mean, the PMI program
Yes.
right now. Right now, you're part of the alumnus community now.
So,
How does it feel like, graduating PMI? What's the feeling like?
wow. Okay. We're talking about the feeling. It's just like graduating from Harvard Business School. Now, let me say this to whoever is hearing all over the world. Now that this is not a hype. You understand? This is not a hype. This is how it is. This is what it is. Is real. Is reality. You understand? Graduating from PMI. Now, in the testimonial, I said we were taught about economics, the effect of government policies on that your small trading platform on your phone. Now,
Yeah.
this is how it feels. It feels like I've gone to Harvard to study business. That's how it feels. Now, because when I started PMI, I told Mr. David, I said, I had two long notes, two hardcover, two long notes. One for writing what happens in the class,
Wow.
and the other ones for jotting down my ideas.
Wow.
And it's not hype or this and that. You can see my this is my long notes, and this is the first one. You get now
Wow.
my book is filled, is literally filled. So now this is a feeling I feel right now. I could start a hedge fund. Actually, that's how I'm feeling right now. Now, because when you hear the things, even the videos, the short videos that I make on the group, on the community, you
Yeah.
could see some level of professionalism and experience. And I
Exactly.
just graduated just a few weeks ago. Understand? But the things coming out seem as if I've been training for 10 years, for 5 years, for a decade and all. So that's the feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling
Yeah.
is the feeling of a professional trader, a professional portfolio manager. Now, another thing is the mindset I took into Swably. I didn't go with the mindset to manage my own money. That's another thing. Some
Oh.
people will come to learn about how to make extra money for themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the mindset some people have. No, I didn't go to make extra money for myself. If it's money for myself, then I don't need Swably market.
Exactly. That's pretty much
Yes.
what I tell a lot of people. Because if
Mm,
you want more, like salary, your job, there are a lot of ways you can make salary, get
a lot.
paid, and so you trading is more about learning to compound money,
Exactly, sir.
long-term
Exactly.
compounding money. So
Long
when you
term. Yes,
can do
sir.
that for just not for yourself and other people, man, you are solid.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So
So
that's the feeling, sir. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. So I know a lot of traders out here now. They want to learn from you. What were the
Okay.
things that really made you learn fast? Because not a lot of people can learn like the way you do. 7 weeks. It takes 7 weeks to digest. Those contents were a lot. I know they were a
Mm.
lot, and it's it's amazing how these guys come to the PMI and they can swallow those content in 7 weeks. That's crazy.
Mm.
Because
Yes, sir.
how were you able to cope on those sessions with that minimum like 2 hours every session for
Yeah.
and well
Yeah.
like 3 sessions minimum every week, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
how
sir.
were you able to get that journey and learn and taking because a lot of and I know you do your own work. You have like a day, a work, your music and all that,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
career.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So how could you balance everything?
Okay. The thing is this. Someone said you cannot be too busy. We just need to be more organized.
Okay.
Another person said no one is too busy. You just have different priorities. Now the thing is this. I can't be too busy for what is a priority to me. If I
Yeah.
if I keep giving excuses that this is the reason why I can't make the PMI today, then that's not my priority. Now I told you by privilege I am the music director of one of the largest church
Yeah, you
in
that's true.
yes,
That's true.
yeah, and I work intensely almost Sunday to Sunday. Sometimes I get home 10 p.m. in the night, sometimes 11 p.m. in the night, trying to work on concerts, studios, and a lot of things.
Yeah.
But at those times, for those 2 months, the 7 weeks, I had to tell my team, I had to tell them in church that I would not be available in church
Oh,
and in
okay.
some meetings. Now, because a Chinese man said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I made sure I position myself and I show up for the meetings. So it's now left for the teacher, the Swably market, to impact knowledge onto me.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I don't just take the knowledge. I go back to make research on the things that have been said.
Wow. That's
Yes. So I don't just take yes from any of the facilitators, be it the president of Swably Market, be it the trading floor coordinator, I don't, whoever the person is that is teaching us that day, I do not just take their answer for that. I put them down and I go back and make research on my own. Now, the
Yeah.
thing drove me to the point whereby I went to get a printer for myself and a bundle of A4 paper. So whatever we are taught, I have them printed out. So because it's easier for
Yeah.
me to, like this now, it's easier for me, look at this now, it's easier for me to make notes on paper than for me to make notes on phone or on the laptop.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Wow.
understand? So
Hope you guys
now,
are learning from Mr. James, because he's just sharing like the process of how he was able to cope with those contents and able to master them in a very short period of time. So Mr. James, continue, sir.
yes, sir. So now I made myself a student once again.
Yeah.
I put myself in the shoes that if I was supposed to write exam for this, how am I going to pay attention? One of the reasons why we are not serious is because we have no goal, we have no target. And in this life, it's either you are running after something or something is running after you. So me now, it's either I'm running away from poverty or I'm running after prosperity. So whoever does not have, or whoever is lackadaisical or complacent regarding such kind of training, simply has nothing pursuing him or nothing he's pursuing.
Yeah.
So I have responsibilities. The fact that I bought a fake robot is still haunting me. And I made up my mind. All the monies I have wasted, or all the monies
Guys,
I've
that
invested,
fake robot costs Mr. James about
a
1
million
million
naira
naira.
as of
So,
2012. As of 2012, over a million naira as of, and now let me let me say something here. Now, you know why it pained me so much? Because the money I used in buying the robot was not my money.
Just imagine.
It wasn't my money. It was a family money. I thought
Oh,
of quickly turning over the money and return the money and take the profit for myself. Then boom, we got a fake robot based on what they told me. So since then, I made up my mind that, man, I'm going to get this thing right. You get, so I made myself a student as if I was going to write exam. That's number one. Number two, I made myself be in a position, because I want to own a hedge fund tomorrow. I want to manage people's money. I don't care about buy and sell. That's just like 10% of the whole game. So I pay attention to little details. Any statement that carelessly comes out of any facilitator, I put it down. Because I understand that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So out of the experience that they have gotten, they are speaking.
Yeah.
So I take note of every details. I take note of every details because I want to build a hedge fund tomorrow. I want to build a bank tomorrow. And we are complaining about the Nigerian government. So I want to see a situation whereby I am well knowledgeable about what I'm going into. So that's why my attention was so much. And the level of the attention you pay determines the level of the price you get. The attention is the price for me to get the price of the information that I see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that's why I'm able to learn so much in it.
Very true, sir. Very true, sir. So, one thing a lot of people who want to learn to trade are facing.
Yeah.
Even me, when I started, not everybody has the resources, because if you want to get real trading education, most of the times either you get a good internship at a big bank, maybe a big investment bank, or you pay very high fees for very, very professional courses.
Yeah.
Right? So most people can't afford that.
Okay.
So what's your advice for people that they want to learn, they have that zeal, they want to know, but they can't afford to buy any professional course right now? Or they don't have any access to a mentor? What would be your advice to them? Where can they start from?
Okay. This is going to be my advice.
Please, somebody that does not have 1 million to blow on Robert.
Okay, now this is going to be my advice for whoever has an interest or a passion but doesn't have the financial capabilities to make
Yeah.
that passion become a reality. Now, I'm going to be very blunt because why? Life is not fair to anybody.
Jesus.
So if you're expecting me to talk nicely to, okay, don't worry, no, because the life that you are living is not the life you want to live, so you have to be serious with it. Someone
Yeah.
said life is not fair. If life is not fair, carry bleach and bleach it and make it fair. Now, I will not be talking on the side of
Oh my God.
encouragement, but I'm going to be talking on the side of take up responsibilities for yourself.
Okay.
Anyone that is saying that they don't have the means, I understand. Fingers are not equal. The economy that
Yeah,
we
you
are right
know,
now,
some
things
people
are hard.
they
Yeah,
genuinely does not have do not have
yes,
the money.
definitely, definitely. And that was what I said. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. If you are actually desperate, a door of opportunity will open for you. Every institution on earth has what they call scholarship. And
Yeah,
scholarship is based on the commitment, the intelligence, the contributions of a particular student, and they saw his or her
very
zest to
true.
learning.
Very true.
Now, I'm going to speak on two sides. Number one,
And a lot of people are missing on this because Mr.
exactly,
David actually gave an assignment and was saying if you were able to do most of those assignments, well, something will come from Suavely that you could probably
exactly,
play in PMI for free. And
yes. And
I don't know
now,
if a lot of people took advantage of that.
I'm an alumni of PMI, but yes, I did the assignment, and I believe I was the first person to submit the assignment.
Imagine.
I was the first person to submit the assignment, and
Wow.
I've already passed through the PMI. I didn't
Yeah.
need the PMI free, but I did not know what the opportunity Mr. David was talking about. I want to take advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah.
So I quickly submitted the assignment. Now, first of all, if you have the passion, but you don't have the means, what I'm going to tell you is after this class, you could speak to the PMI coordinator, as in the person of Mr. Joshua himself, speak to him and explain to him, this is it, this is it, this is it. That's number one. Now, number two, I want to say something that will be hard to for some of us to believe. There is nothing like I don't have the means, because if your loved one falls sick today, if it's borrowed, you will borrow money. Now it depends on what is important to you. Some
Yeah.
people, clothes are important to them. Some food is important to them. Some have data, but they use it to check other things that are irrelevant to their life.
Yeah.
And as the day as the day goes by, they find out that their life is retrogressing instead of
Exactly. Because they
progressing.
are not improving.
They are not improving. The data you are using, there's no in Nigeria right now. There's no youth, average youth that does not browse once in a day. It's not possible.
I don't think there's any.
The question is, where do you
Very
get the money you
unlikely.
browse from? You find people who are not employed browsing. Where do you get money that you're browsing from? Those money could be saved. You understand? Now, another thing is, apart from the PMI, there is what we call we have early trading course
Yeah.
that we just did, the early trading course. Now,
And that's free.
each session, yes, that's free for the first day. I think it's for the first day, it's free. Then the replay.
Yeah, the replay.
The replay, for those of you that did not attend it, the replay is just a token of 4,400. It's over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mr. David was talking and talking and talking for over 2 hours. That's just 4,400. Now, if you have gotten that and you still want more knowledge, but you don't have the hundreds of thousands to go for the PMI, there's what we call the early trading course. It's also available for a token. So you can meet the coordinator, Mr. Joshua, after this session and make inquiries about all these little courses that can show you what you need to know without paying the heavy amount of the Professional Mentorship Institute until you save up and have such an amount.
Yeah.
So to me, I do not believe that you have a passion, you cannot acquire the passion, or you cannot go after it, then you don't have the passion at all. You don't have the passion at all. Because if you have the passion will drive you to dispose what you are not using. There are some things that are assets in our houses that are not bringing no value to you. Some
Yeah.
people now have 3 phones and they don't have money. And you are saying they have passion. They don't
I
have
laugh a lot
passion
when
for
I
what?
see that. I really just laugh a lot when I see that, and that's quite common these days.
Yes, very, very common. You understand? You see people having phones of thousands of naira and they don't have anything in their account. My advice to you, if you know anybody like that, or if you're in such category, sell one of the phone. Sell one of the phones. There are some. Let me not go into details. So that's
Okay. Okay. All right,
yes,
sir.
yes,
So you've learned quite a lot, obviously.
yes,
Uh,
sir.
for you right now, with
Yes.
the position you are right now, what do you
Hmm.
think is relevant for somebody to become actually successful in this business of trading? What are the things that are now currently important to you as a trader?
Okay. There are 3 things that are important as a trader for every trader on earth.
Yeah.
Whether you are a white, you're a black, you're a hedge fund manager, portfolio manager, you are investment banker, whoever you are, there are 3 things that are important. The first one is the trading strategy. Yes. Okay, let me come again. This trading strategy is number one.
Right,
Number
sir?
two, yes, is the risk management.
Okay.
Then number three is the trading psychology.
Good.
Number one, I come again for those of us that are writing, is the trading strategy. Number two is the risk management. Number three is the trading psychology. So those are the 3 things. And if I could explain just a little bit, the trading strategy is simply how you want to go into the market and come out of the market.
All
Then
right.
your risk management simply tells you, I want to get into the market and I have 10 oranges. How many oranges will I take into the market to sell? Or how many oranges will I take into the market to buy? So the risk management tells you about your positions. They tell you about your lot size. Tells you what percentage of your account you are willing and you have accepted to take as risk. Because
Yeah.
some of us we know that forex is risky, but we've not accepted the risk. And let me just chip this in. If there's anyone out there that is trading forex and you don't use a stop loss, or you keep shifting your stop loss when the price gets to your stop loss, then you've not accepted it yet.
Yeah.
You
True,
may
sir.
know that there is, yes, you may know that there is risk, but you need to accept it. So risk management is you accepting the risk and planning the risk. Then trading psychology is the largest part of it. There is no strategy that doesn't make money. But the thing is your psychology, your mindset, your mindset. And that's the biggest part. To me, that's the biggest part. I had to mention the first two because you can't trade without a strategy, you can't trade without risk management. But the biggest part of all is the trading psychology, the
Yeah.
mindset. It's the same forex market, the same $6 trillion every day that Ray Dalio trades, that Mark Douglas trades, the same market, the same market. So if they are making money, I'm not making money, then it means there's something that I'm not seeing that they are seeing. There's something I don't know that they know. So it's simply your trading psychology. So those are the 3 things I'm going to say every and any trader will need to become a professional trader.
All right, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
okay. Now, when it comes to strategy,
So
uh, what analytical form, or what will I put it now? How will you generally like to analyze the market? What have you found comfortable with?
Okay.
You like trends and all the what have you found like, okay, maybe this what I've seen that I'm comfortable with and I think I can go, you can go with.
Okay. Now that's for the strategy.
Yeah. All right,
Now that
guys. So
is
you can start asking Mr. James any question you have. Mr. James is fully loaded. This guy now is like, like, you just put up any question on the comment section. We'll see how many we can answer before Mr. James leaves us tonight.
okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Talking about the strategy, there is a popular saying. Now people feel it's a cliche, like it's a slang. The trend is your friend. It
Yeah,
sounds like a rhyme, but come to think of it, you have 100 people in a particular room, and 90 of them they are going to the left because they say, "Wow, rain is falling and flood is coming from the right, so let's run through the left. There's a door to the left." But you, one person, you are saying, "No, I believe that the flood will not touch me. I want to go to the right, the direction where the flood is coming from." That is what it means. So now I've realized that trading with the trend is one of the ways I enjoy personally.
yeah,
Before I got into Swably, I love the harmonic patterns because that's reversal patterns. Harmonic patterns are basically reversal patterns and
yeah,
corrective patterns in the market. You understand? So, but looking at that, it's easier and better to go with the trend that is already existing than for me to be waiting for when a trend is going to reverse. I am not saying people are not making money from that, but I don't want to give myself hypertension or unnecessary blood pressure. Let me go with the normal flow. You understand? So what I just do is I'll look at the trend on the bigger time frame because the bigger time frame does not lie. There are a lot of noise on the lower time frames. And if you want peace of mind in trading, like real peace of mind, look at the bigger time frame for you to know what is actually going on. The big guys are putting billions of dollars into the market. Don't use 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 15 minutes. No, it's we, the retail traders, that use all those time frames. You understand? So personally, I would say I look to the trend and then I'll come down to the 4 hours or to the 1 hour to see how I can position myself going with the trend. So that's my strategy right now. I'm a trend trader.
yeah. Awesome,
Yes, sir.
awesome. And when Mr. James is saying is a trend trader, one thing you guys should know that is not just buying as a lot of people might already be thinking, because I know when you are saying trend trading now, many people will like maybe we just use trend line and
No, no,
sometimes there's something called asset allocation. So you need to learn to select your assets first of
no,
all.
no. Just,
So that's something it's not saying.
no, 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 no. Okay, no, that's
So
something you did not ask me.
I didn't ask anyways, but I'm just letting people know so that they won't just go and do what they think you are saying. But I'm just clarifying what you are supposed to be saying.
Yeah, okay,
All
okay,
right.
okay, okay. If I'm supposed to say that, so let me just touch
All right,
on that a
so
little bit.
somebody's asking a
Okay,
question. We should
good.
not bother with that.
All right, sir. All right, that's good.
Said Mr. Hamid is saying, Mr. James, kindly throw more light on trade psychology.
Wow.
Let's
Hmm.
answer that, sir. And guys, you can still put on more questions,
Mr. Joshua,
right?
um, I don't know for how long this class is supposed to be, but I'm really enjoying this class. I hope people are getting value in this class.
Yeah. If you are getting value, please let us know. If you are getting value, please let us know. We love show some love to Mr. James. It's really trying to
Yes,
put out as much useful, practical information as much, because
sir.
it's coming from
Practical.
someone that is learning just like the way you are aspiring to learn. So
Hmm.
now Mr. James has come a long way in his own learning journey.
Hmm.
Yeah, he now has come to a position where he can finally say, okay, yes, I'm better than what I used to be. I can share value to people. Now
Hmm.
you need to take advantage of that, and he's giving all that for free. You can just mimic it. If you listen to this trader hangout again, I'm sure you can just mimic Mr. James right now. Tomorrow you might be the one on traders hangout sharing your own story.
Okay. So now, talking about the trader psychology, Mr. Awolowo. Now, psychology speaks of the state of your mind. We were given birth to as babies, expecting to be carried, expecting to be fed. When you grow up, you expect them to take you to school, put the lunch for you, expect them to wash your clothes. You keep growing like that, and you expect everything. You even expect government to do certain things for you. Now, that expectation is in every human being. You expect that when you have analyzed the trade, the market should go your way. It's natural. That's the natural expectation. Now, analysis of the market is not for you to know where the market is going. Please, guys, take notes. This thing haunted me a lot. I will come again. Analysis of the market, either technical, fundamental, whatever kind of analysis. Some people will even do spiritual analysis. Yeah, it has happened to me. You will dream. Mr. Joshua, I'm telling you this from experience. Some people will say that when they sleep, they see that this gold is going to rise, and they come into the market and just take a position to buy in gold.
Wow.
With all due respect to all religions, you understand, whatever analysis you use is not to tell you the direction of the market.
Really, nobody knows.
Nobody knows the direction of the market. These things you will never hear. You will not hear. Let me not use the word never. You won't hear outside. I've paid quite some money. I've paid different amounts of money to learn different things. You will not hear this. Analysis will not tell you the direction of the market. Let me give you an instance, Mr. Awolowo. Now, let's say you are 5 in your family, and you have a family meeting that you are going to eat rice every Sunday. And now a visitor came to your house. He met you eating rice the first Sunday. Next Sunday, he met you eating rice. Let's say 2 of you that loves rice, you traveled. And the people that are around now say, we are 3, I beg, let's not eat rice today. Let's eat beans. And that visitor has made up his mind that I'm going to eat rice today. And the visitor comes and he met beans. Please, what has happened? His expectation has been dashed into pieces.
Exactly. And
now,
I like this example a lot. I really like this example a lot.
Now, why was the expectation dashed? Because the participants that made rice to be possible were no longer there.
Exactly.
This is the same thing in trading. Whether you are trading harmonics, whether you are trading support and resistance. For example, the support or the trend line you draw or you drew, it is just some traders that were around, that were pushing the price up at that particular time.
Yeah.
By the time you will want to get into the market, those traders may not be on the trading platform.
Yeah.
And that one person can make your trade hit your stop loss. Imagine somebody removing his position of like $10 billion. Price will fall and it will hit your stop loss, and you will feel bad that you have made analysis. So no strategy on earth, nobody can tell you the direction of the market. Why? Because you cannot tell the other person's mind whether he's going to buy or he's going to sell. You don't know the traders in the world. You don't know whether somebody just made a huge amount of money and he wants to go on a vacation. You don't know whether somebody just lost his family and is pulling out his capital. He wants to go for burial or something. You don't know the policy that was just released in another country and some companies were shut down and money were lost. You do not know. That's number one of trading psychology. You don't know what is going to happen in the market and cancel it out of your mind. It's not your duty to know what will happen in the market. Rule number one.
Rule number one. I like that, Mr. James. Seriously, I've tried to tell people this a lot because the idea of you thinking you can predict the market, first of all, that's a very wrong mindset. That's a very wrong mindset. You should never come into a trade, that's the reason a lot of people don't use stop losses.
Yes.
Because they feel like
Exactly.
this system, if I, whatever technical analysis, the moving average cross that, blah, 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 a lot of trash out there. If you, if you think you can always predict where the market is going to go, you're lying. Nobody does. If I can do that, I'll just sit down in my sitting room every morning sipping tea, just making money every day, literally.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'll be doing. You won't even see my face.
Yes, sir.
So anybody that's saying you can always win in the market, that's a bad psychology. So the idea is for you to be there when the action is taking place, at least before it starts to take place. So your job is why we call it taking a position, not really entering a trade.
Exactly.
I like to see that way.
Yes.
You are taking a position. You are taking, like, I will refer you guys to my last trading school, the trading participants.
Exactly so.
Because your job is to forecast what on these people that have not decided to do anything yet, because they're something that will make you be profitable. So, and you don't know what they are going to do, but you can only use the behavior of people that are already, doing what they are doing, which are now reflecting in price, to maybe use those data to try to forecast, okay, what the other guys will try to do if they want to join the wagon, just join the trend.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and you are not sure if they are going to do that. We are never sure. So that's why everybody has to put like a stop loss, and so that you have a balanced mindset and you relieve yourself of that. That's one of the reasons Mr. Jones knows this. I'm not the type of person that really likes to do a lot of chart analysis, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. Why? Because that type of thing will make you too attached to a position.
Yes.
That's just something I noticed, especially for my own self. When I was learning, it will make you become too sentimental. You feel like you know what you are doing, and you don't fucking know what you are doing. Sorry, YouTube, I just used the wrong word. You get, so that's it. All right, so I think we'll have other questions.
Okay. So I think I would like to balance with what Mr. Awolowo asked. Like the first.
Okay.
Yeah, the first is you don't have to know where the market is going.
Yeah.
Then number two is trading is a business of numbers.
True.
Rule number two, guys, please write this down. Trading is a business of numbers. The more trades you take, the more you have data that you can draw conclusions from. So what you're supposed to do is take enough trades using the same rule. Don't change the rule, because if you change the rule for this trade, you change the rule for that trade, you are not being consistent. You are not being disciplined.
Yeah.
You are being emotional. You are being sentimental. So since you don't know what the market is going to do, now when I say you don't know what the market is going to do, this is what I mean. You know that you are in an uptrend, and your analysis have told you, okay, this is a good spot to position for a buy. So put in your lot size and wait. The trade may go in your direction. It may not go in your direction. That's what I mean. You understand? Good. So now place your trades and allow the law of probability work in your favor. Simple. This business is a business of numbers. If you take 50 trades, you may win 20, you may win 30, you may win 25. So what will make you win in the long run is what we call the risk to reward. If there's time, we may be talking on that, but if there's no time, we'll be talking about it in another Traders Hangout. So those two things, please go with them. Number one, you don't have to know where the market will go. Number two, trading is a business of numbers. Allow the law of probability work its magic. Trade, take more trades, take large number of, like Mr. David said, he likes to trade minimum of 30 trades with a particular strategy before he will conclude whether the strategy is good or not.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I think we still have to take, maybe we can take more, about 2 or 3 questions more. Amash is asking, like, best trading session. What can you say about this, Mr. James?
Okay, the best trading session.
Yeah.
Okay, now I guess you're asking about the Sydney session, the New York session, and the
Yeah.
London session. Okay, good. Now I'm going to ask you back, Amarachi. I think from the name, you are an Igbo person. In the village, there's what they call market days, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, some village or in some villages, you have Tuesdays and Thursdays as their market days. Now, I'm going to put this question to you. Is it that they don't sell anything on Sunday or on Saturday or other days? They do, but you are not going to get good price, enough materials to select from on the days that are not market days. So the same thing happens to the trading sessions. That's what we call liquidity. There are certain sessions that are simply liquid, but at the same time, it depends on the strategy that you're using. Simple. If you are, for example, using MA cross and your moving average, they cross 1 a.m. and you woke up by 5 a.m., it's your choice. It's your strategy. So the answer to that question is this: what strategy are you using? Understand how the strategy works and what time the strategy mostly occurs.
Yeah.
Your strategy would determine, and getting to the asset allocation, that's the kind of asset you trade, the kind of currency pairs you trade. Something like Australian dollar, they move at night. So if you now have Australian dollar, you're trading AUD USD, and you have studied that most of the time, my moving average, they will cross over around 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. That is immediately after Sydney session opens. Then you know that you're going to be waiting for that session. So it's all dependent on you. What assets are you trading? If you're trading Euro USD, it's going to be slow in the night. You will be looking at the New York session and the London session, which is 8 a.m. Nigerian time, which is the London session. New York session around 2, 3 p.m. So it all depends on you. What's your strategy? Then to just add a little bit to that, I spoke about the 2 kinds of orders in the market. You have the pending order and the market execution. So if you work with the pending orders, you can just set your parameters and leave it. So any time that your trade triggers is okay by you. Now, if you're working with instant execution, that is when you start talking about the session you want to trade it, because you have to be there to see the criteria confirmed and press an instant execution. But the bottom line, Amarachi, is what strategy are you using and what currency pairs are you trading? So once you resolve that, by practice, you will know that, okay, this is what happens at this time. This is what happens at this time.
Yeah.
I hope I've been able to answer you.
Exactly. So if I may add to that, what I would say is the fact that the sessions are really, like Mr. James just said. I like Mr. James. He knows how to use, real life situations to just coin stuff into trading, about the market day stuff. And that's true, because in market days, you get a lot of people coming to the market, more goods will come, more buyers will come. So in the market, when that type of thing is happening, we say there's liquidity, there's, the prices are moving everywhere. And as traders, especially if you're a day trader, because if you're maybe trading the 4-hour and above, you don't really care about market sessions, really, especially for Forex. But if you're a day trader, maybe you're trading like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, okay, you should be concerned about that, because in those sessions really will be when the pairs you are trading, they are trading in their session. Like for Mr. Jim just said about Euro USD, maybe in the morning till like in the evening, like maybe 10-8, right? So if you trade on those sessions as a day trader, that's when most of the move will happen for your pair that you're trading. So if you are trading Euro USD, you should expect that in the midnights, you are not expecting Euro USD to do anything really, right? So that's it. But especially if you want to trade and close your position that very day, you should trade those pairs that are in sessions. All right. We have another question from Mr. Innocent. He said the trend is your friend according, but sometimes when you enter a trade only to find out that the trend reverse, what else can you do to avoid the trend going against you? All right, Mr. James.
Okay. I think my screen is hanging, so I can't. So maybe you have to read the question again.
Okay, let me read it again.
Yes, sir.
The trend is your friend but sometimes when you enter a trade only to find out that the trend reverse, what else can you do to avoid what else can you do to avoid the trend going against you?
Okay, good. I'm also going to use another real life example to do this. There are a few things you could do.
Okay.
Like we said, the first thing is this: you don't have to know where the market is going to.
Exactly.
But I like the fact that you are being sincere enough to say that when you enter the trend, when you enter the market goes against you, like it reverses. This is what it means. Now you are traveling from Abuja to Lagos. That's where you want to go, from Abuja to Lagos. Now, a vehicle is coming from Kano State. Although it's coming from Maiduguri, he's going to Lagos. Now, the vehicle gets to Kano, picked some passengers. That is a pullback. He gets to Kaduna, picks some passengers. That's another pullback. It's pausing. Now, he now gets to Abuja. You thinking that the vehicle will continue going to Lagos. The company now called the driver, please turn back. There is a fight at Okene, turn back. Abuja that you enter the vehicle now turn back. That is what is happening to you. Now, you see a trend, and the time you got into the trend, that's when you say the trend reverses. From your question, I know that you are a discretionary trader. Because, okay, now this is what I mean by discretionary trader. You look at, okay, now this is even the question, Mr. Joshua. How do you know that this is a trend? Maybe that's what we should ask him. How do you know that a trend is occurring? On what time frame are you even talking about? Are you looking at the trend on 1 hour? Are you looking at it on 15 minutes? Or is he looking at it on 4 hours? Because something that looks like a trend on the 15 minutes may just be a pullback on the 1 hour or on the 4 hours.
Yeah, because the fractal nature.
So the fractal nature of the market. So two things exactly. Two things. Number one, your analysis may be wrong. It may not be a trend. It may be a correction. Let's take gold, sir, for example. Gold has been going down since last year, but that's a correction.
Exactly.
Yes. Gold is long-term bullish, but gold has been in correction. You understand? Gold has been in correction. So the question is, on what time frame are you seeing the trend? So your analysis may be wrong. That's number one. Then number two, like we spoke about the trading psychology. If you keep getting hit out of the market every time you get in, then you should work on your entry. Maybe you are entering at the wrong place. So, but because of our time, we will not be able to go into the details because we need to know. Number one, like I told us now, what time frame did you see the trend? That's number one. Number two, how do you define your own trend? And how do you plan to enter? Because it's not possible for you to get into the trend all the time. And anytime you get in, you are being taken out. I know that the market will take you out. Sometimes we lose more than we win. And that once that we win long term. We win a very long home run. But now, few things have to be clear. So, what's the name again of the man? Because I can't see it on my screen.
Mr. Innocent.
Okay, good. Mr. Innocent. So you have to go back and settle these things. Number one, on what time frame? Make sure the time frame you are looking at for a trend is either daily or weekly. Then, number two, what is your entry? What's your entry strategy? If something is happening to you over and over again, then you have to change your strategy. You have to change it. So we cannot even say this is what you need to do. We cannot speak on your psychology right now because we don't even know the definition of your trend. If you are using a trend line, some people draw trend line on the close of the candle. Some draw trend line on the wick. You understand? Some use quantitative analysis. That's what I found to be effective for me. So I don't bother my head because quantitative analysis is objective. Mr. Innocent, let me use this example for you. Whether you are happy, if you are happy, you will see, or let me say, maybe you have a friend. The day you are happy, you will see that your friend is happy. If your boss speaks rudely to you and you get back home, you will transfer the aggression one way or the other. You will think that it's your friend that is rude to you that day. That is discretionary trading. Some days you will think this thing is going up. Some days you will see that it's going down. Some days you will open the chart, you'll be confused, you don't know what to do. But you see quantitative analysis. Whether you are drunk, whether you are all right, whether you are sleeping, you just woke up, whether they promote you, whether you are happy. When you use quantitative analysis, it is objective. 1 + 1 is 2. Average of the past 10 days is average of the past 10 days. It has nothing to do with your feelings. That is why even big companies, hedge funds, they use quantitative analysis because they don't have the time to start thinking, it's up, it's down, it's middle, it's this. No. You get? So I believe I've been able to answer your question. What time frame? Switch to the bigger time frame to determine your trend. Then number two, review your strategy. Review your strategy properly. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So what else can I do to avoid trend going against? So like Mr. James said, we cannot really tell where the market is going to go. So that's why you need a stop loss first of all. Should have a stop loss there. And how do you define trend will also matter a lot. Then usually when you are seeing a market trending in a particular direction, what we have what we call the filter time frame and the entry time frame. So that filter time frame will be where you really define what the trend is. Then you go to your entry time frame to get a place to just enter the market, a place that's reasonable enough to get in the market. Right? And by the way, we have a PDF file on the discourse group. You can just
time frame 101.
Yes, time frame 101. That file was from the PMI classes, so you can just go through them, go through the file, and we also have other materials there to go through that file. And I think that will really explain a lot on how to solve a problem like this somehow. All right, guys. So do we still have any question? If we still have any question, okay. I just saw a question. I think that's what we just answered now. Okay, Mr. Amit said we already answered this question. Which of the time frame can we ascertain a real trend? Okay, maybe I don't think we really shed light on this. Maybe Mr. James you can.
Okay, what's the question again, please?
Which of the time frame can we ascertain a real trend?
Okay, good. Weekly and daily.
Okay.
Yes. Let's just leave it like that. Weekly and daily, because I said weekly for the long-term traders, those that their entry. Now there's a um okay, no, let me just leave it like that, weekly and daily. Now, for if you're a swing trader, long-term trader, you would like to look at the weekly to know what the price is doing on the weekly. Then you now move down to either 4 hours for your entry or daily for your entry. Then, if you're a day trader, according to the name, day trader, you need to know what the price is doing on the daily chart. On the daily chart, then you need to go into the markets maybe in the 1 hour because you're a day trader. So, but if you're a swing trader, you need to look at both the daily and the weekly. Then for those that are position traders, they look at the monthly and they look at fundamentals also to just determine the future price, the future position of price. So daily and weekly is going to be okay for you.
All right, sir. All right, so we've really come a long way for tonight, Traders Hangout, and we will be closing in a bit. But before we go, I know you already gave advice, Mr. James, but
So
what would be the one statement you want to share with everybody watching us today? What would be that thing you want them to know, that if they remember Mr. James teaching tonight or sharing his journey according to what would be that thing you want them to just go home with and just sleep and say, okay, I just watched Traders Hangout tonight and I got this from Mr. James.
okay, this is my last words. There is no holy grail to trading. The only holy grail is you. There is no holy grail to trading. The only holy grail is you. Because what is holy grail? Holy grail is what you can predict. It gives you the exact point of action. And there is no holy grail because you are not the only one in the market. You don't know what the other participants are doing. So that is why I say you are the only holy grail. You are the one that know yourself. You know what you can do. You know what you can't do. Work on your psychology. Work on your risk management. Work on perfecting your trading strategy. So there is no holy grail anywhere. You are the holy grail. If someone tells you tomorrow, man, I found a strategy that has 80 something, there's nothing like it will not last. And Forex is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So guys, there is no holy grail in this business. You are the only holy grail. So the better you work on yourself, or the more you work on yourself, the better you become in trading. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. James. So,
Thank you so
guys,
much, sir.
we hope you got value from Mr. James. And if you are watching us and you have interest in joining the next cohort of the Professional Mentorship Initiative, our PMI program, I'm just announcing it now for the first time, so you guys will get the notification from tomorrow from on our channel and your emails. We've actually postponed the resumption to the 5th of March so that we can give the more people room to actually join. So if you want to join, you can still join from now till 5th of March. Right, guys, so there's a lot you can learn from the PMI.
A lot, sir.
There's a lot. You can see Mr. James actually graduated from our PMI. You can see that is really loaded, man. Coming from where he has lost 1 million naira buying robots, right?
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So, all right, guys. So we'll see you guys next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. for another Traders Hangout session with another amazing guest. So put the date and the time. Also, you can join me on my trading school every Friday.
Every Friday, yes.
8 p.m. on Friday. So, 8:30 p.m. So, 8:30 p.m. every Friday. All right, guys. So have a good evening.
Thank you so much, sir.
Week also. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you, sir.
Proud to know, guys, Forex has been treating me. and I've lost a lot of money. I may not have lost up to what you have lost out there, but I've lost quite some amount. Yes. Until I met Swavely Market. I used to believe and I used to think there is a holy grail to forex trading, which a lot of professionals do not tell us. On meeting with Swavely Market, I found out there is no holy grail anywhere. The holy grail is you, because you are the only constant thing in the market. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adewuyi James. I'm a graduate of the PMI Professional Mentorship Initiative of the Swavely Market, a Forex Institute. I just finished a 7-week intense course, beginning from the fundamentals of Forex. We delve into the technical aspect of Forex. We moved a step further into the quantitative aspect of Forex, which most people do not even talk about, except the institutional traders. We moved into portfolio management, building up a portfolio, speaking about diversification. Not just that, we moved into economics, understanding the law of demand and supply, how it affects the currencies we're trading. We moved into macroeconomics and microeconomics, these things that affect the policies that affect the movement of prices. These are the things and much more that we learned in Swavely Market. Thanks to Swavely Market for unveiling this secret to us. I can boldly say anywhere that I'm a trader. I am a trader. Before, Forex traded me, but now, not now. Now, I'm a better person. And I'm encouraging everyone out there, if you have ever lost money before, or if you've ever dreamt of trading Forex at all, or whatever kind of trading, be it commodity trading, you want to trade oil, any form of trading, come to Swavely Market. You will gain value for your time and value for your money. Thank you very much, the Swavely team. Thank you, Mr. David Alagbada. Thank you, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, everyone. I remain James Adewuyi, a proud alumni of Professional Mentorship Institute of Swavely Market. Thank you.